Happy Death Day, and it was fun as fuck. I went into this movie expecting something totally terrible. Because this movie has been polarizing a lot of people. There's been people who truly despise it, and there's been people who enjoyed it very much, and I just gotta say, it is very fun. The reason why this movie may be getting such extreme reactions was because of the false advertising. In the trailer, they made it look like it was going to be your old-fashioned slasher flick, which this film is not. It is hardly even a horror movie at all. I would more like describe it as a comedy in the traditional style of college/high school films like Jawbreaker or Mean Girls. It's more that sort of a world than anything else, really. And the story is generally about a girl, a pretty mean girl, who really does totally fall into the characters of the movies I mentioned before. She is a bitch, she treats her friends like shit, she has an affair with one of her teachers, she ain't really a cool person, and this girl has to relive her birthday every day. And it is also the day that she keeps getting murdered. And as long as she doesn't find her murderer, she has to keep repeating the same day over and over again, in the Groundhog Day style. Of course, the character arc is absolutely predictable. She starts the movie off as a bitch, and ends up becoming a really sweet person in the end. This is a thing we've seen so many times before. It's nothing creative, it's definitely nothing new, but it is fun. It is a formula that always works and has worked. I don't think that when Groundhog Day was released back in the 90s, that they knew what kind of an impact this would have in the film and TV world. Because Groundhog Day has somewhat become its own genre in a way. This isn't the only time this has been done. Like, we have The Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise, for example. Also another film called Repeaters, where a bunch of criminals have to repeat the same day over and over again. This Groundhog Day genre thing has not just been done in movies many times, it's also been done on TV a lot. Like, there's also this episode in Supernatural, sometime in season 2, where Sam and Dean have to keep repeating the same day over and over again because Dean keeps getting killed, and they have to figure out why he's getting killed. There's also a Disney film called Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, where Huey, Dewey, and Louie have to repeat the exact same day until they've understood the spirit of Christmas. Which I find very weird. Now imagine some guy in a South American tribe, like Cannibal Holocaust style, who has never heard of Christmas in his life before, having to repeat the same day over and over again until he understands the spirit of Christmas. That would be quite torturous. But I'm getting way off topic here. I'm not going to treat this like it's some amazing art, because it really is not. It is just a really traditionally fun, good movie, but it is not flawless. You have a bunch of stupid jump scares that slow the whole thing down a bit and feel very unnecessary. I generally am somebody who hates jump scares. It is like a comedian jumping off stage and tickling the crowd and making them laugh by tickling, and then thinking he is a good comedian because he made them laugh. The characters are generic, but in a movie like this, you want generic characters, because this is just like a sweet old popcorn fun bash. This is really a movie for people who watch the show. If you're like me, which you probably are if you watch this, you'd enjoy a good old horror film like things we've done already, Cannibal Holocaust, Witchery, the Human Centipede films, and so on. But you also enjoy things like Dirty Dancing, or Top Gun, or 13 Reasons Why, the little sweet old high school type of movie. And if you like both stuff, this is going to be something you will truly enjoy. The film is directed by Christopher Landon, who hasn't done that much direction yet, and for that it's very good. He just did like a Paranormal Activity movie and 2-3 other ones. He's mostly been a writer, mostly famous for Disturbia, but he also wrote those terrible Paranormal Activities movies. Awful, awful found footage films. And I'm liking the fact that this dude who really was doing bullshit to this very day has brought us something really fun to watch. And Jessica Roth, playing the lead in this film, also does a really good job. I haven't seen her being a lead character in any film so far. I just know her from these little side roles, like in what she was doing in La La Land, and she was actually pretty strong here. But it's, yet again, this isn't a big masterpiece. It is a lighthearted, fun movie. One shouldn't really take seriously at all, and don't believe the haters. Go in this with a positive attitude. Don't expect much. Don't expect something meaningful. Expect something fun, and you will have a really good time watching Happy Death Day.